Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel, Hummingbird Tarot. Today I'm going to be channeling a message to the collective from Spirit. I listened to a song before we began to connect with this reading, and I'll be posting the link to that down below. But it's essentially a song about connecting with Spirit and how that Spirit really wants us to connect with them, the universe, God, whatever you see as your higher power. They are all one, and it doesn't matter how you come to this higher power, but it is you know that it's right if it comes from a place of love. So I posted that song down below. Spirit is always with us and wants us to know that they are guiding our steps, they're protecting us, and they want to see us move forward into greater consciousness, higher frequencies. This is really happening. This is bringing us forward into 2022. And this is for this week, but this is really a timeless message, something that Spirit wants us to hold on to as we move forward in this coming year or years. Okay, so this is the seeds of change here, and Spirit wants us to connect with them and do that with love and grace. So the card that I pulled for the message from Spirit today is Spirit Owl of 852 megahertz. Now, 852 hertz, it's not megahertz, it's hertz, is music that you can find on YouTube. It's healing music. It's music to help us find our authentic truth, our true paths, what our souls are meant to be doing here on earth now. This is a huge time of change, changes of awareness, and understanding our truth and our authentic places in that change are going to bring us into harmony with Spirit, harmony with our earth, and harmony with ourselves. So Spirit just wants us to know this. They want us to connect to our authentic soul path and higher purpose. I'm going to read a little bit from this book about the message that Spirit is sending us now. A recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. Yes, definitely. We need to rethink our old patterns, leave behind things that are not serving us. You're encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. Let go of toxic habits, all of those things that hold us back from our true, authentic purpose. We need to open our minds. We need to open our hearts. We need to see things in a new perspective and move forward with that higher frequency thinking. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Yes, thank you, Spirit, for that wonderful message. We need to work on our connection to Spirit through love, through finding a new perspective. I'm going to be now pulling a card from the Secret Language of Light Oracle. Spirit, can you give us a message from this Secret Light Oracle for the collective on how we need to move forward in this week ahead and the coming weeks and into 2022? Oh my goodness, I got two cards. We've got healing and the number 5. Also for the Spirit Owl, we got number 20 or this number 2 for numerology purposes. So you can look these numbers up, but healing is what we are moving into now. We are healing past hurts, past traumas, healing the wounds of the inner child, connecting with Spirit, healing negative, toxic ways of thinking, stepping out of our old patterns, getting rid of toxic people perhaps in our lives, healing any illness. We have the capacity to do that through holistic healing, getting in touch with your body, trusting that every cell in your body is healthy. All of these things that we're going through in different aspects of healing. We're awakening, we're working in our shadow, we're working to raise our vibration so that we can usher in this new, beautiful age. And another thing that Spirit wants you to focus on is your inner voice, your inner knowing, your authentic truth. The number 28, the number 10 could be significant for you, an ending of a cycle. But trusting that inner voice, trusting your intuition. Spirit wants you to tap in. Tap in because the knowledge is within us, how we need to proceed through these coming days, this coming year. Whenever we listen to this message, Spirit wants you to be within this circle because we have a lot of work to do in the world to change it to this more light, beautiful age that we're coming into. I'm going to pull Chakra healing card and to see where as a collective we need to work to make these positive changes, to come into our healing, to come into self-knowing. With healing as well, I'm sensing a need to ground as being very important. Through meditation, through imagining yourself, being rooted into the ground, having little rooting ceremonies or visualizations that we can do to help ground ourselves when we wake up in the morning. After we've had a long, hectic day, it would be good to work on grounding to get out of the frenzy of the 3D world situations. Okay, and oh my goodness. And Spirit gave me this card for the collective. 22 is a wonderful number. Again, we've got twos. A lot of twos are strong in this reading. We are moving through this healing, this understanding of our authentic selves, trusting our inner knowing, connecting with Spirit, because this is going to help us move forward onto our life purpose. This card is connected to the throat chakra. So a lot of this is about getting our word out, our authentic truth out. Going to the top of the mountain and screaming our truth is so important. And with the higher frequencies that we're coming into now, are being in touch with the spirit of our higher selves, we're going to find our life purpose, why we are here on this planet right now during this time. So tapping into that throat chakra, doing throat chakra healing is really important. I can read that for you for people who don't know much about the throat chakra or chakras in general. The throat chakra relates to listening, communication, life purpose, truth, aligning to your soul purpose, expression, creativity, finding our voice, self-expression, and creativity. The blue lace agate crystal is a great crystal to have to help you heal, to remind you of that throat and speaking your authentic truth. Just imagine a beautiful white light when you're holding the crystal or doing any throat chakra healing work, a bright light swirling around your throat area when you're in meditation. Or just you don't have to take long to do this, but just a quick visualization of that light and that opening of the throat. Doing a few neck exercises, rotating your neck around, just opening up the energy of your throat is so important to help that healing. Practice actually, singing is a great way to open up your throat chakra. And who cares if it's not good? Do it in the shower. Do it in the car where nobody can hear you. And just let that freak flag fly. Get your voice out and start exercising it. I mean, this is what I'm doing here. I tend to be very shy and withdrawn, and I had a really hard time opening myself up, my throat chakra up, to speak my word here, doing tarot. And this is really a practice for me to, speak my authentic truth, and because I'm being guided by spirit to get the word out, and we all are as a collective. So, got to start working on that practice, and don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you from getting your word out. Whatever spirit is calling you to do, don't sit on your hands anymore. I mean, it could be writing, through just any sort of self-expression. Spirit wants to speak through you. Spirit, can you give us some tarot for the collective? Oh my gosh. So 3 fell out right away. We have the 10 of Cups, which is amazing energy. Spirit has this waiting for all of us who follow our life purpose, who get our word out there, who connect with Spirit. This is what is awaiting us when we tap into that authentic, true self within and start spreading the word in the world, getting our creative loves out there in the world, trusting in ourselves, and anything that we can do to bring in our authentic, the person that we are. And I'm saying that a lot, the authentic truth, but what does that really mean? It means to be and love who you are and the things that you have within you. So many people, I've just started doing this myself, is going into the mirror and just saying quietly, like, I love you. I'm proud of you. Gosh, you do so much. And we just don't value what we are giving to the earth and to others with love. We don't give that back to ourselves. And so when we find that and step out of the darkness and the negative self-talk, we're going to find the light and the happiness and the joy of happy families, happy connections, prosperous. This family is stepping outside of their little world, their little cottage here, or, life happens. People fight in that little house, but they're stepping outside of the house. They're connecting to the earth. They're grounding themselves, and they're looking at this beautiful rainbow, and they're saying, and looking back at their house, and they have everything they need. And only when you can see it from a different perspective do you realize, wow, I do. I have everything I need. I'm so grateful. And they're being grateful, and Spirit wants us to be grateful for the connection and the guidance and all the little tiny good things that are coming to us from Spirit and from our own endeavors. And again, here we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is our own endeavors. We are working hard, creating our creations. You are coming into this wonderful, you've been putting the work in, the seeds are planted, the work is being done, and it's a beautiful thing. So his pentacles are almost ready to go. He's got all of his pentacles lined up. They're ready for sale, and he's going to have success. Just a beautiful success. You need to acknowledge that success. Acknowledge your progress. You've accomplished so much, like I was saying, before. It's not quite finished. We still have some work to do, but the promise is there. We just need to have patience with ourselves and keep plugging away with determination, because then we have the Star. The Star is such a beautiful card, and this is such a powerful card. the star is us, really just being stars of our own accomplishment, and then acknowledging that in ourselves. I just want to read a little bit about the star here, just because it's so beautiful, and I want to express everything that's in the star for the collective. We are coming into it's just coming into this wisdom, trusting that inner voice, a hope that's renewed. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. These last few years have been such difficult years for a lot of us. We have to remember our soul's purpose, and that is exactly right. Trust in spirit. They have us in the palms of their hands, and they want us to be happy. And by connecting with spirit and working on your life purpose from that loving, true self, we're going to find that we're going to become stars. So we're going to be shining for the world as beacons of hope and love. It's about doing something for the collective, for the whole of humanity. And that's why getting our word out, healing our past wounds, and trusting in spirit is so important right now. Amazing, amazing card. Spirit, do you have any other tarot cards for the collective about what we should be focusing on? Or not focusing on. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Cups coming out. So Spirit is saying with this card that we need to see the cups that are still standing in every situation. Don't focus on the slip-ups, the mess-ups, the disappointments. We got to continue to be gracious and focus on what we have. We don't want to get into this cycle of disillusionment or depression, feeling like it's not enough. We got to pick up those cups. You got to be grateful for the cups that are still standing in our lives. We don't want to fall into that state of being. That's where we want to focus on getting out of. And then we have the Fool, which is the new beginnings. We're starting these new beginnings in our lives through the healing that we're doing, through listening to our inner voice. We are starting fresh new path of enlightenment. He doesn't care, if he makes mistakes. We just got to keep moving forward. The mistakes are all part of the learning process. I'm still learning here. I'm still learning my tarot. I'm still learning how to read. I'm still trying to use my words as inspiration and light to others. So don't be afraid. Just get out there and do it. The worst that can happen is somebody saying, "Oh, well, that was really crappy," right? But I don't care. I mean, I'm just out here using my voice. If it's crappy, I'm really sorry. I'm working on getting better. So that's new beginnings. Don't worry about being made a fool of. Get out of that self-criticizing that we end up doing, and oh man, I said the wrong word here, or my singing was out of tune. Just do things with joy and innocence and out of love, and you're gonna succeed. We do have to put in the work. We have to learn new things. We have to put in the work. But gosh, if we put in the work and trust in spirit, we're going to have the 10 of Cups energy. Things are going to be really happy. We've got the Star. We're going to be out of this sort of way of thinking. This is where we have to leave that behind. This is like a spoiled, I don't know, for some reason I'm just feeling like we're spoiled rotten. And we forget to really be grateful for the little things that are coming to our lives. We really, in the United States anyway, we really live like kings. We have everything that we could ever want, and it's just sometimes hard to see things in that perspective. It's always about, I want more, I want more. And I see that so much with kids especially, like, oh, it's just never enough. But Spirit wants you to know that everything is enough. We have enough. And we need to start giving back and moving forward. Okay. I've got the 10 of Wands. Now we've got our burdens. We've gone through these heavy cycles in our lives that feel like they're going to break our back. But we're moving forward. We're coming through to a better cycle with those wands. We're getting out of that heavy energy, that burdensome energy. We're still carrying them though, but Spirit wants us to put those down. I know that Spirit wants us to put those down and move forward with a lighter spirit. You're almost there. Like again with the 7 of Pentacles, you're almost there. Keep plugging. Keep going forward. Keep moving. It's a good cause. Whatever we're moving forward with that feels burdensome, we're working on a good cause. It's not going to be a burden for much longer. We're almost there with the 10 and the 10. So when we don't look at these burdens as so heavy, we can lighten our load mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because there's going to be huge rewards for our efforts. We keep plugging away. And the Page of Pentacles. Yes, we need to learn new things. Keep working on learning new things. Have a spirit of youth and prosperity in that, because this is going to be for your life purpose with the Pentacle. This is going to connect with the life purpose. So maybe we still have things to learn. We can always learn more about what we're working on. I have still a lot to learn myself in doing this and in other endeavors that I've been working on. And then lastly, from Spirit, we have the 6 of Cups, which is that inner child, working on that purity, the new connections coming back in your life from the past, be it family members that you haven't talked to in a while, or just past loved ones that you haven't had in your life. Make those connections to the people that you had beautiful times with. This has been happening in my life, where I'm making connections with my old friends that I'd moved away from. And it's been an interesting journey because we really are on the same page still. And newer relationships in my life had fallen away because of like some toxic energy in those relationships. But these old relationships, tapping into those, have really renewed my spirit and my my happiness, because knowing that those people are still there have served a huge boost for me when I'm letting go a lot of things, a lot of toxic relationships, and tapping into your inner child also is connected to your life purpose, because Spirit is saying that spark of inspiration and the things that we loved as a child that came from that pure place is the gift that Spirit has given us as we are born back into this world, serving the purposes that we're serving, as in light workers, healers, anything that's serving the collective, and coming from a place of love and truth, is coming from that inner child that we were born with, that sweet, pure, innocent energy. That's what we want to tap into as well when we're talking about tapping into the higher frequencies and being our authentic selves, because we are only our authentic selves when we are children. And through time, we put those layers of masks and build walls around us. So we need to break down those walls and offer ourselves the cup of love, as well as the people in our lives that we have deep connections with. So I'm seeing that very strongly as being a strong message from Spirit, that we have all that it takes to have happiness, to get our dreams made into the 3D reality. Spirit is saying, you connect with me, you be authentic, you stand strong in your truth, you express love to others, and only the best of the best is coming your way. Spirit, for the collective, can you give us a little botanical inspirations to leave us off for today? What a beautiful reading for the collective. I am so excited about this. It's such positive energy. Spirit just really wants us to know that Spirit and God and the universe, and they are all one, and they want you to know that you are protected, loved, watched over, being guided right now, and to just trust in that and let go of fear, because fear is the enemy of healing, of your awakening, of connecting to love. So fear, we want to let go of fear. Just that's the biggest message that I'm feeling right now, is we don't need fear. Even if we're on the precipice, we don't need fear if we hold on to our faith, we hold on to our inner voice, our truth, and continue healing, even though it might be hard, even though you have to tell people the truth about things. It's better to tell the truth about that and have them cry than to continue lying to them, because Spirit is saying that the truth is one of the highest and greatest ways to connect to Spirit and to that higher frequency of being. So the botanical inspiration is our beautiful daffodil. So I'm seeing a lot of spring energy with this. We've got the rebirth, new beginnings, again here with the Fool. New beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. And yes, a lot of us might be going through these painful endings here. Disillusionment, burdens, having to get rid of toxic relationships in our lives. Maybe a change of job, because you're doing something that you do not like, that does not feed your spirit. And now you're focusing on more of what you truly want to do with your life. So we have new beginnings in work, new beginnings in personal projects, new beginnings in relationships, new beginnings with relationships to yourself. And the inspirational quote I'm going to read to you for Daffodil is, "Now is the time to step into the light, shed your old ways, and begin a new phase of your life. Hold yourself in high regard, and others will too." Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you to my guides. Thank you to your guides. This is all that I'm seeing right now for our collective reading. I'm going to be placing that music timestamp below, and please check it out. It's really cool, and it has a little bit of a sense of humor to it, which I know that Spirit has a beautiful sense of humor. I get shown that often. And because Spirit also wants us to stand in our joy and take joy in the little things. Get out and see new things. Go on adventures. Do things that fill you with joy, because that's going to really replenish us and heal us. Don't forget about the 852 hertz music as well to help us meditate and connect better with Spirit in those moments that we need to ground ourselves. It's a great way to do it with music. I love music. Spirit speaks to me in music all the time. Also, I do have a collection of my favorite music on this channel that you can look at, which Spirit has shown to me as being powerful spiritual music that you can listen to. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you for stopping by my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, and lots of love and light. Bye-bye.